Hello, so I'm going to take you through the process for signing in or signing up to code.org as a teacher and then creating your classes from there. So we're at code.org. We're just going to click on the sign in button in the top right hand corner. Now, obviously, if you've already got a username and password, so if you've already signed up, you're going to enter that and click sign in. If you don't, that's okay. You're just going to click the blue create an account button. And then the first page you come to is going to look like this. So you put in your email address. Your BCE one is fine. You put in a password and confirm that. Now, you can possibly also maybe click on continue with Microsoft if you wanted to and log in through the single sign-on, but I haven't actually tried that. And then from there, the next page is going to be fairly important just because you need to choose a teacher account type to make sure that you've got a teacher account. Put in a display name and then go through and add your school information. Now, I put Brisbane Catholic Education. You can put St Bernardines if you want to, and you can choose whether you want to sign up for their alerts or not. All right, once you do that, or if you just sign in, you will come to your dashboard. So along the top, there are some sections where you can access different parts of code.org. So you can access a course catalog. You can access your projects. So these are actually the ones that you might create. But what we're interested in is my dashboard. So you'll see on this page, I've got this classrooms sections feature here, and that's where we're actually going to add our students in. So they call those classes classroom sections. So I've got a couple here, but I'm going to add a new one by clicking on create a section. I'm going to choose the login type. Word logins will be fine for your year sixes. I'm going to add a name for my class, say they're in grade 6. I'm going to add the course. So you can choose this later, but we might as well just choose it now. So we want them to do Intro to App Lab, and we don't need pair programming. That's just if you've got the students not working on one-to-one devices. And then we're going to save. All right, and there's my new section here. I'm going to add some students to that. Now, like I said, the best thing to do is probably going to be to use pseudonyms for your students. So what we are going to do is add multiples in. So I'm going to click on the little add multiple students button. Now, what I have done is I have a spreadsheet here that's got the student's real name. So obviously I'm being Bluey inspired here, their email address and then their pseudonym. Now, I've done that because you might want to create a mail merge to email them their secret words, but that's optional. But anyway, it's important to know, that the blue crayon and Bluey are the same person. So I'm just going to copy those two. Now, obviously, you'll have some more, but I'm just going to copy those ones. I'm going to come over, I'm going to come over to code.org and I'm just going to paste those in, making sure they're one to align. Click done, it'll put them in. You can choose their age. Now, I wouldn't actually choose their real age, and you'll have to go through and do this one at a time. Otherwise, it'll prompt the students the first time they log in. I wouldn't choose their real age just because, data privacy and all that. And you can put whether they're male or female. There's no issues there. So they're, Bob Bilby is a, so Blue Crayon is Bluey and Bob Bilby is a male. I'm assuming Bob Bilby's a male. Anyway, I'm just going to save all of those now. And then they will be in my class. It also gives them a username as well, but that is actually really not relevant at all. If I go back now to my dashboard, so I've added my students in. So if I just go back to my dashboard for a second, I can see that my Year 6 Blue class is there. It's got 2 students in it. It's got this login code. If I click on the cog, there are some other things I can do. If I go just once again to my section by clicking on the section name, You'll see that I can look at their progress, how they're going with the Intro to App Lab course. I can look at any projects that they've worked on, and I can also manage them. So this is where I could go to add more students. At this point, I can also print their login cards. So I'm just going to click on that and it will pop up and I can print these. It'll show them where to go to log in, what code to put in, and it will give them their name and their secret words that they need. I can also, if I need to, at any point come to this Manage Students page and just show the secret words for that student, or I can reset them as well. So, you know, for example, Bluey has forgotten her secret words. I just go to the Year 6 Blue section, or I can click on the students here. Now I know that Bluey is blue crayon, and so I can just work out what her words are and tell her in the event that she's lost her little card. I can also download a CSV of that information, which will allow me to do a mail merge and email that to the students as well if you'd like to do that. Down the bottom here, it's got the sign-in page. So if I just open that up in a private window, you'll see what it looks like. This is what the students are going to see when they go to sign in. So when they go to that link, so they'll click on their name. Now it just shows their first name. So you'll have to just make sure that that works. The other thing you could do, if you didn't want that to be the case, or you wanted it to show the whole blue crayon, what you could do is you could just put the name together, so take the space out, and so you could do that in over there in the spreadsheet. So just actually take the space out and have it as one thing, and then on this page it will show hopefully the whole thing, which might be just a bit easier depending on what you think. So they're going to click on their name and then type in their secret words, and that will sign them in. And from there, their system looks much the same, but I might as well quickly show you. So blue crayon's words are trees done. So if I pop those in there, doesn't like copying and pasting. I get in. So straight away, I'm into the Intro to App Lab course, and blue crayon can just start that. Later on, when they're done with the course, or even if they want to start working on a project, they're just going to click on the projects button and they can create a new App Lab project. So you can see that it really looks kind of much the same, no matter who you are. So that's what that looks like. If they want to get back, so if they jump out of that, if they go into their dashboard, they can just go back to this Intro to App Lab course here and continue with that. All righty. So basically that is going to, I think, get you started, really. I don't necessarily think there's anything else to say. So basically, once we're logged in, you'll come to your dashboard where you will create a section. Now, I would recommend that probably you each make your own code.org account and have your sections in your own. If you wanted to, one of you could just create it and you could all actually log in to the same. I guess that's probably up to you really, and just have the different sections sitting in the same account. It's probably really neither here nor there. Once you've created your sections, you add your students. So just making sure that you use a spreadsheet or something to track the pseudonyms against the real names. add them in. So if you go multiples, you can just paste them in. Remembering that if there's a space between the first name and the last name, then on that login page it will just show either, or it'll just show their first name. So you, for example, if you have then two students called Blue, that might cause some issues. From this students page, you can print their login cards. You can also give them the secret words. There's also a parent letter if you wanted to have a look at that to send home. Probably isn't a bad idea to do that, even though there's no privacy issues. Probably isn't a bad idea to download that and just send some information home to your parents about what you're going to be doing. From here, you can also look at their progress as well. And so if you were to click on Blue Crayon, you could actually see that student's progress through the course. That's probably about it for now. I look forward to seeing you in week 1 of next term.